Hi everyone, my name's Anne-Marie. Welcome to this episode of Cut TV, brought to you by www.craftsuprint.com. In this episode, we're going to look at a gorgeous kit by Gillian Hutchinson. The cup number is cup 1011690_1443. It's called Fabulous Classy. You get 4 sheets in the kit and it works with a 7x7" base card. If we can have a look at the sheets that you get, and then we will make the card to show you how it makes up so beautifully. The first sheet included in the kit is the main image for the front of your card, and then a mini card which is great to give as a gift tag or just a token gift card. Just so beautiful and matches perfectly. The next sheet is the start of the decoupage to build up the card front with the 4 squares, and then the extra decoupage to build up the layers that you want to build up. You don't have to use all of it, you can mix and match. You can either use the hand with the phone with a message on, or the blank one if you want to add a message of your own. And then there's some extra sentiments as well that you can add to the card. And then we have 2 inserts for the card, so you can either use the blank insert or you can use the insert that's got a message on. This is the insert that we're going to use with our card. So the first thing I'd like to show you is just the mini card. So what happens is you cut it out and then you score along the edge, and then you're going to fold it in half. Use a bone folder to make sure you've got a nice sharp crease along the edge, and that's your little mini card that you can use as a gift card that matches perfectly to the main card that we're going to make. So for the main card, we're going to start with a base card that's blank and it's white, 7x7" square, and I've already prepared it by using my bone folder along the edge to make sure that that crease is nice and sharp. On the back of the card, I'm going to take one of the tiny sentiments that's included in the kit, and it just says "with love." I've got it on flat tape and I'm just going to add it to the bottom of the card, just on the back. That way it's just going to tie in nicely. You could add your name. If you want the recipient to know that you've made it for them specially, you could just add your name underneath it, and it just finishes it, I think. So first of all, we can add our insert. So we're using the insert that has already got the sentiment in the centre. I've got double-sided tape on the back of it already, so I can peel away the carrier layer of the tape, and then I can just position this in the centre of our card like so, and then press it down, and then that way it's nice and firmly stuck. Then we can turn our attention to the front of the card. Now what I've done already, I've taken a piece of white cardstock and I've just inked around the edges just slightly, and I've got double-sided tape on the back. I've cut this to about 1/4 inch smaller than the actual card itself, and I'm just going to attach it to make a base layer for the card like that. Now you could use any of your inks. I've just used a distress ink, so don't get hung up about what ink you're going to use, or maybe you just want to use coloured cardstock, but I just thought that's going to work quite well with this card. So our first layer from the kit is the main image. Now for this, I've got flat tape on the back of it, and I can just peel away the carrier sheets again of the tape, and I'm just going to position it in the centre of our card, and you can see how the ink works perfectly, bringing the colour in to the card front like that. And it just looks so pretty. Next, I've taken the 4 squares and cut them out to start the decoupage. I've got them on 3D foam, and I'm just going to position them over the previous squares on the base image, and we're going to do that for all 4 and marry up the pattern underneath. Again, all of them have got the 3D foam underneath. There we go. And then the last square, I've just added a few crystals just around the edge of the lady on the decoupage layer. There we go, and we can just marry up that design. Next, we've got the decoupage pieces to add. So I've cut out the mobile phone and the hand. I've put it on 3D foam, so we can just attach that over the previous layer. Next, we've got the shorts and the top, again on 3D foam, so we can just marry up the layers. Next, we've got the lip gloss, the full tube, just on a little bit of 3D foam, and then the smaller open tube that we can just add. And then lastly, I've taken one of the sentiments, I've cut it out, I've put it on 3D foam around the edges because I'm going to add it to the centre. So I just want it to touch on the 4 quarters that are there and add it right in the middle of those flowers and press it down. And that is our card finished. So we can see those gorgeous decoupage layers all work so perfectly. The insert that matches beautifully. We've got our little label on the back of the card. We've also got our matching mini gift card as well. And it's just such a beautiful kit. Now you can see more of Gillian's designs by going to the website and looking for Gillian Hutchinson. And I'd just like to remind you of the cup number, and it's cup 10116990_1443. And I would just like to say thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.